afternoon. Good afternoon from beautiful Miami. My name is Maryam Isa Al Ali Zastafil. I put God first. This is my story and I have a purpose. I help others embrace their authentic self to serve a bigger purpose. Everything I do in my life, from the minute I wake up in the morning to the minute I go to sleep at night, is in service of something bigger than who I am.
And that's so true, Miriam. My name is Alexander Zastapol. My purpose is to bring out the strength in others so they can take full control of their life and gain all rights to their existence.
Existence, guys, today is November 1st, 2022. This is actually literally mark another 60 days to the end of the year.
Depending on where you're at in the world, 60, 61.
Exactly, right, exactly. So, and we come to you guys every single Tuesday at 12 p.m. Miami time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, where we bring to you a topic that is going to be helping you with your life and your business. And today's topic is something that been inspiring us for a very long time, and it works. And we're going to share with you the techniques. If there are certain things in your life that you're not successful and you see like there are blocks in your road, things that you want to go ahead and accomplish, but you're like, why it's not happening? So I want to share with you guys today the secrets of letting go.
Boom. So again, thank you so much for joining here today. We're going to get right into it so we don't waste any of your guys' time and make sure that you guys get the most valuable pieces of information out of today. Again, though, we come live every single Tuesday at noon Eastern, 8 p.m. UAE time. And we're going to get right into it. Why do you need to let go? Okay. Why? We always want to figure out the why, because that will present the how. You need to know why it's so important to let go. The number one reason why you need to let go, why you need to, unhook yourself, is you cannot change the past, right? And maybe you've heard this before, but why are you still holding on to the past then? Okay. Why are you still holding on to something that cannot be changed anymore? For example, I know a lot of people that have gotten a divorce say they're divorced. Why don't they say they're single anymore? Why don't they say they're single? That's actually what they are, but they're hanging on to the past. They got divorced. Oh, I've been divorced for 10 years, they'll tell you. They're going to brag about it almost like it's a good thing, right? Why don't you let go of that? If you've gotten divorced, you are now single. That is your status, right? Or are you chained in a prisoner of the divorce for the rest of your life? And if you get married, do you still say you're divorced? No, you say you're married now. You get married, you got married again, you're married, right? That's the status. You can just say you're single now, okay? You don't have to be a prisoner of your past. Don't allow yourself to hold on to the past. It cannot be changed. You're going to drive yourself insane if you really hold on to the past like that. You guys, you have made mistakes. You've made mistakes, and so have I, right? I have made plenty of mistakes. But if I keep on allowing myself to drain myself and get all depressed about it and, cry about it, I already did enough crying for those things. And I think you have too. Now you can let go of the past and not be an absolute prisoner of it.
I love that. So again, I don't want to jump to number 2, but just to add a little bit there. When you are a prisoner of the past, you allow it to define you. You allow your past to define you. Whatever you have done, good or especially if you have done something bad, like, oh my God, I made this horrible mistake. Okay, it happened in the past. Thinking about it will not change it. So why you should let go? Because thinking about it will not change anything. Number 1.
Yeah, it's that simple, guys. Thinking about it's not going to change anything. If you want to get into number 2, that's all I have to say about number 1.
For sure. So number 2 is very connected to number 1, which is you are wasting your time and energy. Let's say you were in a relationship. You had a relationship that was not successful, and you broke up with the person. Right? And then you keep thinking about the person and you're crying every single day, and then months passes, year passes, and you're wishing and you didn't let go. So what you're doing right now is you're literally wasting your time and you're wasting energy. Hoping that maybe the love of your life come back. Hoping that things will change, because you are holding on to something that is gone. So when you're thinking like that, you are literally wasting your time and you are wasting your energy instead of focusing on the present moment, which we're going to talk about in a second.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say, oh my gosh, I cannot let go, I cannot let go, I cannot let go of this business that is, I don't know how to run. I'm not sure why I didn't even do this. Or I cannot let go of a situation or an experience that happened to me before. And you keep thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it in present moment, where you know, number one, it cannot change the past. And number two, you are wasting your time. And you are stressed out. You think about what could happen, what you could have done if time changes. To be honest with you, in my case, if times go back, I will not change anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because it made me who I am today. I understand this a lot. Like when you say you are wasting your time and energy, literally, by thinking about something that will not change.
Wow, that's very powerful, Miriam. Wow. Guys, I hope you guys are taking notes. We always tell you guys to take notes because guess what? You think 70,000 thoughts every single day, statistically. And by writing it down on a piece of paper, you're going to separate it from your head onto the physical universe, and you're going to pay more attention to it. You're going to change faster when you write notes. So be taking notes right now. I highly encourage it. When you think about this, think about how much time and energy you actually waste. Like, actually think about this, worrying about things. You're worrying about something that has already happened, right? You're like attached to it. You're worrying about other people figuring things out or finding out about something that happened in your life. You're embarrassed about it, right? I remember I used to spend so much time and energy. Okay, I used to spend so much time and energy worrying about things. Worrying about people. I tried committing suicide when I was 19, for example. Okay, I tried to like literally remove myself from this planet. That used to bother me so much, and I was so worried about other people finding out about it. I used to spend so much time like worrying about other people figuring that out. And instead, what I started doing is I actually flipped it and used that energy as a way to connect to people that need my help. I used the same amount of energy to make it a negative and feel bad about myself, sorry about myself. I can't believe I even did that. I can't believe I did that to my family. I can't believe I did that. I would come up with all these things. Instead, I flipped the story and I started embracing it. I put all my energy and time into talking about the story, okay, talking about it to you, talking about it to other people, and showing them that it's actually possible to do that and be in that mindset and go from there to where I am now. And now, having that story and talking about that to myself and others, I'm able to actually help people instead of just be a burden on myself for years and months and, worrying about it and, thinking about it all of the time when I can't even change it. It's impossible to change it. I already did that, right? But what I can do is spend my time and my energy of using it for something great, because God gave me a path. God gave me tools. He gave me gifts. And why don't I use my time and energy on those things instead of worrying about something that happened 15 years ago?
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I really love that. So you're literally wasting your time and energy.
Yeah.
I think it's a great segue for number 3.
Sure. Yes. Number 3 is the reason why you need to let go. Okay. We're talking about letting go today. We are giving you permission to let go. Okay. Letting go. The number 3 reason is there is resistance towards moving forward when you don't let go. For example, you can actually just use the last one I was talking about. I was resisting myself from moving forward. I actually prevented myself from starting a business and using my gifts because I thought I wasn't even worthy of it. Because people would think low of me. People would make fun of me for trying to kill myself, literally. Okay. I thought all of those things would happen, but Miriam instead inspired me actually before we were even together and got married. She inspired me to start sharing that story. Okay.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, Habibti.
You're
I appreciate that. Habibti means my love in Arabic, just so for my English speaking people.
Yes.
And it's fun to say too, Habibti.
Thank you.
And she's amazing. Okay, anyways. I was having all these reasons of why I shouldn't start the business and all these different things. But Miriam inspired me to share my story instead, and the opposite happened. I actually I mean, you can talk a little bit about it because the person talked to you, but by sharing my story, I've actually saved people's lives. And it's not like I am a savior or, you know, I did anything. I just shared my story. And all that did is they saw that it was actually, there was a possibility and there's hope and there's things that they can do to overcome as well, since I did. Because imagine, I was literally depressed for 10 years. Like, I was telling myself I was an idiot, telling myself I was stupid, telling myself I was a piece of crap. Like, that's all the stuff I would say, and even more, like 10x that, okay? 10 times more I was saying about myself. Now, what was that doing? I was wasting a whole bunch of time and energy about something that happened in the past, and I was resisting myself from moving forward. I would put all those things, I would think about like 3 things. It was always the same 3 things that happened in my past. And I would allow those 3 things to resist me, to stop me from doing what God put me on this planet for, which is what I'm doing right now. This is one of the things that God put me on this planet, is to be in this moment right now with all of you that are watching right now, live or in the archive. God put me on this planet to be in this moment right now, present with you, okay? So he put me on the planet for that, not worrying about my past. He didn't create me to worry about some mistakes that I made that the devil got in the way of in the past. God's forgiving, right? God, I talk to God and I know that he's forgiving, right? If you truly are sorry for it, right? So anyways, it will resist you from moving forward. That's the whole point here, you guys.
I love that. I love that point. So again, for those who are tuning in, this is the Clear and Conquer Live. We come to you guys every single Tuesday, and today's topic is about the secrets of letting go. And here's the other thing is, this, you saw it happening in your life, but then you turned it around. So I have 2 points here. Alex, in fact, when we did the event in Dubai, I had people attending virtual and live, by the way. So there was someone who attended the live, said something to me. She said, I'm glad you brought Alex to speak about this, because I was thinking about taking my life in a week from now. So the fact that Alex came as a speaker and he literally shared his story, he literally changed someone's life forever, right? So that's something I want to say. The second thing I want to mention here is that when you resist something now, you're hanging out to something in the back. Like, something is happening in the past that you are already hanging up to. Like, you can't, like, and you say, like, I really want to go ahead and like start a business, but you know what, I failed in the other one because I had a business partner who was helping me. Oh my goodness, the market crashed. I don't know what to do. It's been so hard. I don't know how to move forward. And you keep thinking about it. You're not letting go. So when you don't let go, you're putting that energy in the present time, and you use it in your disadvantage by justifying or trying to justify to yourself why you shouldn't do it. So you resist moving forward. You resist moving forward. You resist going forward with your life, going forward for your dreams. If I'm going to allow every single idea I had in the past to dictate my future, I wouldn't be talking to you guys today about success and opening a business and being a successful person, having a successful life, having a 10x life, as we call it. Because having a 10x life requires you to be very, very, very mindful about moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, there is something that you need to let go of. So at the moment, right now, if you feel like you want to start, but ask what is it that I am not letting go of? What is that thing that is stopping? What is it? I want to do it. I can't. And it's not procrastination, by the way. It's not procrastination. Procrastination, you have everything fine and just lazy. Okay? This one, you are literally resisting. You don't want to go forward because something behind you is literally holding you back. Like, holding you back. You want to move forward. You want to really move, but then like something is holding you back. Exactly. And when that thing happens, you're stuck, you know?
Wow, you made me think of something really important here. And so Miriam's talking about you need to ask what you need to get rid of, just so you guys know, right? She didn't say something to add, okay? She said something that you need to get rid of, okay? So that made me think of something. You know, the only reason why you're not executing on God's plan is because your own past, right? The only reason why you wouldn't do something is because you're locked into your past. You don't believe in yourself because of something that happened in the past. You don't believe you have enough money because something that happened in the past. You said something that you were going to do and you didn't follow through on it. That happened in your past.
Yeah.
Okay, and you haven't let go of that yet. So what is it in your past that is preventing you from living God's plan for you? Because his plan, by the way, is massive. It is much bigger than just having a job. It's much bigger than just having kids, I have to say, you guys. Okay? It's much bigger than just being married. It's much bigger than just feeling lonely all of the time. He's with you, right? It's much bigger. Okay, you guys have to realize this. You guys are not thinking big because of your past. You're holding on to it. The mistakes you made, the things that happened in your past, maybe even some of the things that went well, you think that that's your limitations, right?
Yeah.
So the only reason why someone wouldn't live God's plan or live their purpose, for example, is because they're holding on to something in the past. Mm-hmm. Because if those things didn't happen in the past, you would be living in God's plan right now.
100%. Actually, you remember something that also we learned it from our Uncle G, Grant Cardone, right?
Yeah.
He said, when you go to events, it's not about adding new information.
Mm-hmm.
You have to let go of something.
Mm.
Something needs to go. I know this again, when we get to the solution, we're going to talk about it more, but something needs to go. You cannot expect to keep moving forward when you have a lot of baggage. You can't. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. If you want me to go to the next one or?
Sure. Go for it.
Okay. So again, what Miriam just said is let go of the baggage. You know, when you go somewhere.
Actually, hold on to that.
Go ahead.
This is now what they should do about it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just because this is why they need to.
Yeah.
Oh, is this what?
No. I was reiterating what you just said.
I'm sorry. Never mind.
No, I was just saying what Miriam said. You guys have to like literally hold on to that. Yeah. No, I'm just saying like what Miriam said. You have to get rid of things when you go somewhere. Okay. Even in your own home. Okay. How to let go. We're going to tell you how to let go. How do you let go of these things? Because yes, Alex, it's great that, I know I'm not supposed to be hanging on to the past. What do I do? Good. That's what we're going to be talking about, right? Getting rid of the baggage. Okay. Number one, how do you let go? You get rid of the baggage. And this can be something in the physical universe or your mind or the, spiritual, right?
Reach.
It can be one or the other. All right. So, for example, if you have been holding on to some clothes for 10 years because for some reason you think you're going to use them, or even a year, you've been holding on to those clothes in your closet, and you said you're going to wear it sometime, but you never do. Get rid of them, right? You aren't going to wear them. Someone else can be using them, right? Someone that's probably going to enjoy it more than you. But no, you hold on to the past. You hold on to it because you paid $20 for it. So eventually I'm going to wear it, and there's no return policy. I can't take it back, so I'm going to save the $20. That's how you're thinking right now. No, get rid of it. Make room for some better clothes in your life. Some better things that make you feel even more confident. Why do you keep on wearing the clothes just because they're clothes that don't make you feel confident? Right? It's because you're attached to the past. Mm-hmm. Something in your past makes you believe that you can't replace it, right? Something in the past makes you think that you don't have enough money, right? Because of your past, because of your track record. The more you live, the more you stop believing in yourself if you're not growing, right? And the reason for that is because you're proving to yourself that you're in this trap and you're staying stuck there, right? So get rid of things. Like Miriam and myself, we will literally go through the entire house and be like, what do we need to get rid of? Because it's kind of hard sometimes to figure out in your mind what to get rid of. But when you look at things like objects, it's really easy to be like, when are we actually going to use this piece of plastic that's in the drawer that's been in there for 3 years? Oh yeah, Miriam or Alex, we might use it. Miriam, we're going to use that eventually. Miriam's like, no, we're not, right? It's been sitting there for 3 years. Why do we have it in our drawer? It's reminding us that there's something from our past that we're not even using. And we can actually make more room in that drawer for some things that are going to serve us. Right? When you get rid of something, that's what you do. You get rid of things in your space to make room for the bigger plans that God has for you, the bigger things in life that you can have.
I mean, you got me when you said when you have to let go of something, it could be physical on your here.
I had Miriam at the first sentence.
That you just had me there. Okay, guys, think about it. You're not moving forward. You're not letting go of something. And as Alex said, get rid of the baggage. Miriam, I don't know. Look around. Where are you right now? Are you watching us live, or you're watching the archive, or are you listening to us? I don't know where you are right now. Look where you are right now. Are you in the car? Are you in your house? Are you carrying a bag with you? Ladies, every time you lose a ring, where do you find it? In the bag, in the old bag. Alex, every time I open one of my bags, I found money.
Yeah, she finds money and gold. So if you guys want some more money, you can just come to Miriam.
Yeah, so it's so funny. So basically, it's like when you go look, you'll be like, oh wow, it's nice. So sometimes you find things like, yeah, I need that one. But sometimes, why is it there? Yesterday, I saw Alex throwing a notebook. I'm like, what are you doing? You know, he's like, no, I don't need it because of 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, oh yeah, let's get rid of that, right? So even something like that. So something needs to go. Imagine this is physical environment. You can literally get rid of it. It doesn't have to be in your physical because it's a reminder.
Yeah.
It's a reminder. There are certain things I had to let go because yesterday I had some pieces of makeup. Why is it there? Why what is it doing in my thing? It takes space. So I get rid of it. I don't need it, you know? And we got rid of certain things that we don't actually need. And that's materialistic. Imagine something in your mind. Why are you still hanging out with an experience or something someone said to you? Oh my gosh. Someone said something to you. You're stupid, you're ugly. Me, my goodness. You tell them your list, I say mine.
Yeah,
they told me I'm ugly. They told me I have 4 eyes. I used to wear glasses. I still do, right? They told me you have a double vision. I had like one of my eyes. I had to do a correction on my right eye to correct it, right? They used to tell me you are short. You are fat. Oh my gosh, you got old. You'll never get married. Oh my goodness, her mom passed away. Do not hang out with her. She's going to become like her mom. She was amazing, and just people didn't get it at that time. So they said so many different things. And for a very long time, guys, I was holding on to that. Oh yeah, I'm short. I look around. I look all these girls who are tall and skinny and fair, like they're white. And I was told I'm ugly because I'm darker. And for a very long time, I was hanging out to all that past. And then I'm like, 1 second. One day I had a cognition. God created me free. He created me for a purpose. My physical unit is how God created me. My soul is much bigger than my physical unit. How I look doesn't matter. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter. When we become more successful, you become the prettier you look. Cardone is right, well, the appearance change, right? Because now you understand yourself. So get rid of who told you you're stupid? Get rid of it. Who told you you cannot make it? Get rid of it. Get rid of them. If they're friends, Miriam, they're my friends. Oh my God! But they keep, as they say in my, give me what do you call this thing when you go to the sea and you have this thing to steer the boat with your hand?
Rose.
The rose, the roses,
Yeah.
They say, they broke my roses. Rose, yeah.
Rose.
They broke it. Like, oh my God, they're breaking my rose. But my friend, they're my friends. They're my friends. Well, the boat is not moving because of your friends. You might as well let them go. Sometimes it's people, guys. In my life, I don't have those. I had some friends who I had to let go. Some of them, they just left. They thought I'm crazy. I married an American and I'm now living here, living my life.
I'm reminded that every day we're like, thank you.
Exactly, right? So, but I had to let go. You have to let go of the baggage. You have to let go of the baggage.
And you said something very important here. Guys, I think a lot of people say this about themselves, that they're ugly, they're not worthy enough, they're not good enough, they're stupid. I used to tell myself that every day, like It was my religion, right? I used to say that, and God didn't tell me to say those things, I promise. I used to say those things every single day. So guess what? I thought I was the ugliest kid in school. I thought I was the dumbest person on this planet because I was affirming and I was telling myself that every single day, over and over and over. I perceived myself as a freaking ugly person, like just like a waste of life, like worthless, doesn't mean anything to anybody. And as soon as I started getting rid of that, I allowed better things to come in my life. And one thing I'm like, sometimes I just surprised about, I'm like, wow, I look freaking amazing. Like I look so good. And I never used to say these things, but sometimes I'm like, dang, Alex, wow, you look so good. And I'm like, I never used to think like that, right? And it's a confidence thing now too. I'm so confident in myself now that I actually feel like I look really good too, and I started dressing nicer. I started looking nicer. I started putting gel in my hair. I never used to do that. I used to have really long hair, right?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
I saw,
used to,
guys.
like really long hair down to my shoulders.
Yeah.
And I never used to take care of myself. Like because I didn't think of myself like that. I didn't think of myself as good enough. I thought I was stupid. I thought I wasn't good enough for those things. I didn't think I was good enough to wear a suit. Oh my gosh, and now I wear a suit every single day. So my point here is you're going to surprise yourself. Like you're going to be so blessed when you start removing things, people, ideas, things that you perceive yourself as, limitations from the past, things that do not serve you, things that are the devil is trying to put into your life, not God, right? Things that the devil's putting in your way. Those aren't things that God's putting in your way. Don't say that, oh, this is just the way it is. This must be a blessing in disguise. No, I'm pretty sure that's the devil trying to play with you, right? And let go of those things. Allow God into your life. And I'm talking about God a lot today. So for those of you that, I talk about God a lot. So, but that's what I started doing. I started removing those things. I started removing alcohol from my life. I started removing bad habits. Again, I started removing things in my environment that I can see that are a reminder of my past. Like, again, going back to the shirts. I had a shirt that is 10 years old and has holes in it. And I'm like, it's still good. I can still wear that some days. And, I'm reminding myself that there's a shortage of shirts on this planet when there's not. You can find shirts for $2, right? So remove your things. Again, I'm going back to what Miriam said, you guys. Going back to what Miriam said, what do you need to remove from your life? Write it down. Like, don't wait to do this. Like, write it down right now while I'm talking if you want. Stop listening to me for 3 minutes and write a few things down in this moment, right? You need to confront this because most likely some things that you need to get rid of, but you're not. And there's reasons for that, but you're not. And that's what's preventing you from getting to the next thing.
I love that. I love that. So that's number one, guys. How to let go is number one. That's number one. By the way, a quick shout out to our friend Wi-Fi.
Yes.
William, thank you for always empowering our program. Thank you for always taking looking after the show. Sorry, I've been talking for like 5 hours today. Thank you so much for looking after us every single Tuesday. And again, if you guys are not following him, he is literally at Wi-Fi.
Very easy to find.
Let's go, brother. Let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that one. Thank you, William. Okay. So shall we go to the second?
Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So how to let go? Second way. Learn from the past experience and close the door. Close the door. The reason you are also one of the reasons you're not letting go is that you didn't learn the lesson. How many of you guys went through the situation? You went through a situation. It was not good. Created you so much pressure and went through a lot, and then it's gone. And like, oh, gone, done. And then a few months later, few years later, it comes and represents itself. You do the same thing. So if you cannot learn from a past experience of something that happened to you, you will not be able to let go. But when you extract the lesson from that bad experience or an experience that is not pleasant, something you cannot let go of, when you extract, you take out the lesson, you're going to find something amazing on the other side. I'll give you an example. I'll do like a coding here, okay?
Okay.
So I had to learn from a past experience in my life. I had to learn from a past experience of my life for me to be able to let go so I can find someone like Alex. I had to let go from a certain situation I was in extract the lesson from that and say, I'm closing the door on that because I deserve better. I did that with my friends. I did that with my relationships. I did that with my money, even. If you cannot extract the lesson from an experience, you are still holding on to something that is not serving you. So learn from the past. Learn. Why aren't you letting things go? There's someone who hurt you. There was circumstance that you don't like. What did you learn? Write it down. Write it down. Not like, oh, I learned down that. Yeah. I see it, Mariam. Yeah. I learned that thing. Good. Write it down. Because if you don't write it down, it doesn't look real to you. Why do we write things down? Even Alex and I, sometimes we get things, like we hear things all the time. Like we hear a lot of statements but we like to write them down because we make it more real. We make it more visible. We can confront it.
Very important.
Very important, 100%. So when you learn from the past, you literally let go because now you are ready to close the door. And there are certain doors in your life that needs to be closed forever. There are certain people who will never come back to my life. I wish them well. They just don't have to be here, right? Yeah. There are certain situations, certain ideas I let go of. I learned the lessons from, and I'm moving on. I did it, and you can too.
You can too. You can too. And here's the thing, you guys. Like, God is going to keep on showing you the same problem over and over. Not problem, but he's going to be showing you the same lesson, not problem, over and over. Just like Miriam said, like, if you don't learn from that lesson, the lesson's going to come again. So you have to learn, execute, and then close the door.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just keep the door open so that the problem or the challenge keeps on happening, right? You have to learn from it and move on. But you guys stay stuck. Like, you stay attached to things. You hold on to them because of fear and doubt and like I said, things that happened in your past. But as Miriam said, you have to learn and then close the door. And sometimes it's people, sometimes it's ideas, sometimes it's things. It presents itself in different forms.
Yes.
Right? Sometimes it's like legitimately spiritual, and you have to get past that spiritual block, right? But what you have to do is you literally have to learn and move on, close the door. Don't allow it to keep on happening in your life, right? And sometimes, like I said, God's going to have to keep on showing us the same lesson until we learn. So it's much more simple if you just learn right now and trust yourself. Even if there's fear involved, there's always going to be fear. Okay, even if there's fear, you trust that that is the right way and you move past it and close the door, right? Don't keep the door open. You guys keep on keeping all these different doors open, safety nets everywhere. You know, like you have these people because they make you feel comfortable. They've helped you in the past. These things may have served you in the past. I want to share a lesson that I learned from Grant Cardone, though, you guys, which is our mentor, Grant Cardone. He's amazing. He's a billionaire. He's been married for together for 20 years now with Elena Cardone. She has been helping him build that empire. And they have taught us that all assets become liabilities. Okay? But the cool thing is liabilities can become assets. Okay? So people can change, right? If people kind of start veering off, they can change again, right? But it doesn't mean you need to hold on to them when they're a liability. Or it doesn't mean you need to hold on to things when that thing is a liability at that moment. All assets become liabilities, right? This is a very hard thing to even wrap your head around maybe, but it's a hard lesson to learn because it's true. You've experienced it in your life. You know that some assets that have been assets in your past became liabilities, but you're still holding on to them because of the past, right? You're still holding on to those things completely. And that's the problem. Again, we're talking about letting go today. You need to let go. And there's certain things I know that you need to let go of, but you're not.
Especially if there are people. I remember, shout out to Arya. Arya always teaches me this. She's like, let every soul walk its way.
That's very profound.
Someone wants to go.
Wow.
Let every soul, let each soul walk its way. Let them go. They want to walk away. You don't have to keep them. They're done with you. It's a relationship. They don't want you. Khalas. We have an expression in UAE that says, my grandma used to say this, اللي ما يباك لا تصيح تبع. Those who don't want you, don't cry
Say
that
it,
you
say it
want them.
slower for me.
Huh?
Say it slower for me.
اللي ما يباك
Dilimaya bak.
لا تصيح تبع.
Said to bar.
Exactly. So اللي ما يباك لا تصيح تبع. So it means like those who don't want you, don't cry over them to stay. Please stay with me. خلاص.
I like that.
What's the point? They stay with you and, you know, if you are losing your job, you're protesting, they don't want you anymore. They let go of you. You might as well let go of them. Learn the lesson. Why did you get fired?
Yes.
Maybe you were not enough maybe you need to confront yourself. You say, you know what? I was not an asset. I was a liability. I was not finishing my job. Or maybe if I have actually been of so much worth and value to the company, they wouldn't have fired me. They wouldn't have fired me. Right? So all assets becomes liability. But again, by the end of the day, you are the one who determines if you are an asset or a liability. I love that.
Yeah, 100%. What did you say about like the what did Arya say?
Let each soul walk its way.
Let each soul walk its way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to hold on to anyone. Even clients, they leave. Okay. Of course, we're going to try to understand what's going on, but if they feel this business relationship can happen, it's okay. Same thing, a simple example. Unfollow. When people unfollow you on unsubscribe, see what's going on, but let go. Because many people who unfollow us, they follow us back. It's an emotional thing. Like, oh my gosh, oh, she did this, I'm going to unfollow him. Unfollow him. They unfollowed Alex because he's successful. They unfollow me because I'm doing crazy things. But they come back. So again, let each soul walk its way and find the ones who understand, I want to be part of your circle. That's what you should be focusing on.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, Miriam. Let's go on to the next one. And I hope you're taking notes because you need to let all souls walk their way. That's very powerful.
Let's go.
Thank you, Arya, for that.
We love you, Arya. See you soon.
Yes, see you soon. So the next piece of how to let go, right? We're talking about letting go today, you guys. If you haven't gave yourself permission yet, I'm going to give you permission to let go of some of these things.
Let's go.
Because maybe people have been telling you not to let go too, which is counterintuitive. How to let go. Number 3 is being aware of where you are putting your attention. This is very critical, okay? Because write this down. Whatever you put your attention on grows. Whatever you put your attention on grows. So if you keep on putting all your attention and energy, as we talked about earlier, all your time on the past, that is what's going to grow. That's what's going to become bigger for you. And it doesn't even make any sense. Your past shouldn't actually be able to grow, but you allow it to grow. Think about it. Like your past is in the past. It shouldn't be growing. Your future should be growing. Your present moment should be growing. Your future and present should be growing, not your past. That's backwards. So by putting your attention on the past, you are allowing it to grow. Now I want you guys to just become very aware. And awareness means seeing. Like I forget the actual definition of it, but it means to see. Like being aware means that you have a certain perception of something, right? You have the perception of. And what kind of perception do you have on where you're putting your attention?
Let's go.
Are you aware of being aware of your intention? Thank you, William. A knowledge or perception of a situation or fact.
Let's go.
It's the knowledge of a situation or the perception of the situation or fact. So what is the situation, right? Where are you putting your attention? Because if you're putting your attention on the past, that's going to grow. But if you put your attention on the things that serve you, you put your attention on God, you put your attention on your spouse. If you have kids, put your attention on it, right? Now, what I don't want you to do is only put your attention on one area of your life, right? You should allow yourself to put your attention on all the things that you want and deserve and the things that you want to grow, okay? So by being aware of where you're putting your attention, you might be figuring out really fast that you're wasting a lot of time doing nothing, basically.
Right. Alex and I were so bad at this, but now we see it. Like we understand, like where we're putting our energy. Where is our attention goes to? Is our attention right now is taking us forward to where we want to be headed with our life, or is it taking us backward? Because as we mentioned earlier, thinking about past cannot change it. You cannot change it. It's a waste of your time, it's a waste of your energy. And that's why it's resisting you moving forward. So when you understand, okay, right now, where's my energy? Am I putting it toward my life and toward the business I want to go ahead and create and make it so successful the way I want it to be and more? Is this what I wanted to see? Or am I putting it towards something that is not going to be serving me at all? You know, especially if you're crying about the past, you know, like this is again something that once you actually understand, it'll be like, wow, what is my attention? Is it on something that I can change, or is it something I could change? Which is again, here you mean like you're moving forward. So my question to you is, are you right now? Today is November 1st, 2022. Sweet November is here, guys, right? Sweet November is here. What are you doing? What is your attention this month? Is it on, my goals, I'm going to postpone them to January 1st because I want to have a fresh start. I want to have a fresh start of this year. I'm not even going to wait. I'm going to wait, Maryam. Okay, you're already putting your attention, without you want to admit it or not, on procrastinating. Or you're putting your attention on, okay, today is today. Okay, so today, Alex and I, we had our morning meeting. So we have these meetings, himself and I, as business owners, not as a wife and husband. Okay, so we sit and we already made quick decisions this morning. Okay, November 1st is here. What do we want to do? Okay, we have this event here. We're running a few events there. We have Elena as mastermind. We have this thing going on, blah, blah, blah. So we have a lot of things going on. We have people coming to town. My goodness. My father-in-law is coming, right?
Yeah.
So we have a lot going on. But at the same time, how can we 10x our business, 10x our health, 10x our spirituality, 10x my father-in-law, do everything and still have fun in November? And there's Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, we didn't put that. Okay, and there's also Thanksgiving there. So our attention and Christmas. Wow, let's go. We went to the store yesterday. I was so fascinated by the candy. Anyways, so it is where you put your attention. But if I'm going to put my attention, oh, look at October. October, we were supposed to be doing this, but we didn't. Oh my God, in October, I didn't go to the gym for 5 days. Oh my God, in October, oh my goodness, I was supposed to be running an event, but it didn't happen. Oh my God, in October, I tried to get this document, but I didn't get it. I'm putting my attention on something I cannot even change. So your attention, is it on something to keep you moving forward, or are you hanging on to something that is not helping you move forward? And you need to let it go of. Simple.
Wow. 100%. And what Maryam said, don't go back to number 2. You know, like if you are putting your attention on October, learn from it and close the door.
Close it. Khalas, gone. October 2022 will never come back again. Khalas, it's gone. That moment in time will not come back. It's what you have done with it.
Khalas.
The doors are closed there.
Yeah.
Good.
So here's the thing. All of these things, it comes to the conclusion of you need to let go. Okay, and if you miss some pieces of it, I highly encourage you to go back and rewatch. And the reason for that is because there's a reason why you need to let go. There's a reason why you aren't, and there's a solution for it too. Okay, and we covered all of that today. So if you missed some pieces of it, I highly encourage you to go back and watch. It's on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. Our YouTube channel is Maryam and Alex Zastipal. We have a YouTube channel together.
I love that. It was his, but then he added me because I became his wife. So I'm like,
let
me take a piece of that success.
Yes.
You know. So with that, is there anything else?
No, that's all I have to.
So this is the topic today. It was the art of letting go, guys. I know it's a little bit of a deep topic as well, and maybe it was a little bit overwhelming. But here is the thing, guys. It is what you want to go ahead and do, and live, and accomplish. We are November 1st, 2022. You still have time to achieve your dreams this year. You still have 2 more months. And if you want us to help you, and when you make the decision for us to help you, join our accountability group. Go to clearandconquer.com/goals. And we'd love for you to join us, whether you want 3 months, or you want for a whole year, or you want to be held accountable by us for privately. So we also have that option. So it's clearandconquer.com/goals, because all what we're doing right now is like we literally practice what we preach. Everything we learned, everything we accomplish is something that these are very simple techniques that anyone can do, but maybe nobody taught us how to do it.
Yeah, and imagine spending every single day with us.
Oh,
okay,
it's
a daily accountability and mentorship group. So every single day we're coming at you, and we also do mentorship calls twice a week, right? So like exactly like this, except twice a week. It's high frequency, so you're always immersed in this type of content. Because guess what? There's going to be so many distractions that happen to you in the next 60 days. And you need an environment and a group of people that is supporting you, that's giving you the right information, a positive environment, by the way, very negative right now in the world, okay? And people that have had the success, such as ourselves, and are partnered with Grant Cardone, right? That's why you need to join us ASAP. Like today, don't wait until tomorrow, like you said, like Miriam said. And the only reason why you wouldn't do something like this, by the way, is because you're holding on to the past. That'd be the only reason. You don't believe in yourself because you're holding on to the past. That'd be the only reason, okay? Because if you trusted this and you knew it was going to work, you would obviously invest in yourself to be a part of something like this so you can expand.
I love that. I love that. So with that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to our Clear and Conquer Live. We come to you guys every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. Dubai time. That's 12 p.m. Eastern. And we want to say thank you to William, our amazing friend William, CEO of Purple Circle, who always help us power this program every single Tuesday. So from now until next week, take care of yourself, crush it, no excuses. You can still make it this year. Let's go.
Let's go.